So, good day, everyone. I'm Carl Rubio, and today I'll be presenting Chapter 1 of Essentials of International Relations. In this presentation, we'll explore the major approaches and theories that help us understand how countries interact and how global politics actually works. By the end of this session, we'll see that there's no single way to look at world politics, but rather different perspectives that give us different insights. So, what is international relations? So, first, what exactly is international relations or IR? IR is the study of how states and even non state actors like international organizations and NGOs interact with each other. It's not just about war or diplomacy, it's also about economics, culture, and even global issues like climate change and migrations. IR is interdisciplinary, meaning it draws from history, philosophy, and economics to explain global events. For example, when we talk about the United Nations or ASEAN, those are examples of international relations in actions. And then thinking theoretically. In studying IR, it's important to think theoretically. A theory gives us a lens, a way to explain and predict how states behave. In this chapter, we'll look at four major perspectives, which is realism, liberalism, radicalism, and constructivism. Each of these theories gives us a different way to see world politics, from focusing on power and conflict to cooperation to economic inequality and even to the role of ideas and cultures. So we'll start at realism. Uh, Realism says that the international system is anarchic, meaning there is no global authority above states. Each country must protect itself and act in its own national interest. Realists believe that power is the main goal, whether military, economic, or political. In this view, states are always competing. A good example is the Cold War, the power struggle between the US and the Soviet Union. Even today, we, we see realist behavior in rivalries like the US and China. So, realism teach us the world is competitive and survival is the key. In liberalism, now, liberalism is more optimistic. It believes that human nature is capable of cooperation and that international institutions like UN or WTO make peace and order possible. Instead of focusing only on power, liberals look at rules, institution, and interdependence. For instance, countries that trade a lot are less likely to go to war because they depend on each other economically. So, liberalism emphasizes that action is possible and that progress can be through dialogue and global governance. In radical perspective, the theory says global politics is shaped by economic structures and class conflict. Basically, the world is divided between the rich and poor, or what Marx called haves haves and haves not. Rich developed nations exploit poorer ones through capitalism, trade, and globalization. For example, when wealthy countries control global industries or resources, developing countries remain dependent. Radical argue that this inequality fuels conflict. Mas pinapalala nito yung conflict. Now let's talk about constructivism. Constructivism says that ideas, culture, and identity are just as important as money or power. They argue that the international system is socially constructed, shaped by norms and beliefs. For instance, the global fight for human rights is the growing acceptance of climate change as a serious issue. Those are those are driven by changing ideas, not just material power. Constructivism reminds us that international relations are not fixed. They evolve as societies and values change. We have here those tools in international study. Now, how do scholars actually study IR? They use three main tools, which is history, philosophy, and scientific method. In history, it helps us understand context. For example, how World War II shaped today, alliances. Sa philosophy naman, binibigyan niya tayo ng moral and political foundations. And sa scientific naman, scientific method, inaalaw tayo to test theories with real data, like uh, studying patterns of war or peace. Each tool gives a different kind of insight into how the world works. So, in philosophical foundations, let's quick go through our few key thinkers who influence IR. Plato, Aristotle, Hobbes, Rousseau, and Kant. So, Plato imagined a world ruled by wise philosopher kings, while Aristotle compared different political systems. Hobbes said people need a strong government. His idea of Leviathan applies to realism. Rousseau emphasized the social contract, and Kant dreamed of a peaceful world federation, which inspired liberalism. These ideas actually still influence modern theories of international relations today. In alternative approaches, uh, beyond the main theories, there also are alternative approaches. Constructivism method use qualitative research, analyzing ideas and language. In postmodernism challenges dominant narratives, asking whose voice are we not hearing. For instance, feminist and post-colonial perspective highlight how women in developing countries are often ignored in traditional international discussion. Uh, these newer methods gives us a more exclusive view of global politics. Sa key debate naman, may isang tanong na pinagdedebatehan at pinagkukunan ng idea, which is the world more peaceful today? So, Based naman kay Steven Pinker, he argues, yes, that violence has declined over time thanks to education, democracy, and human rights. On the other hand, General Martin Dempsey says the world is still dangerous with cyber threats, terrorism, and political instability. The truth probably lies somewhere in between. How we interpret it depends on which theory we use. Realism sees ongoing danger while liberalism sees gradual progress. So these are my documentations about this presentation and about my conclusion to this presentation is international relations actually it help us make sense of the complex world we live in. By learning different approaches, we can see the power, cooperation, economy, and ideas all play a role in shaping our global future. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope this discussion helped you, help us appreciate how diverse and dynamic the studies of IR really is. Thank you so much. Now I'd be happy to take any questions or hear your thoughts. Thank you so much, guys.